You're listening to the Alty and Sale Sports Show.
Good morning, my name is Kevin Thompson, and coming up on this week's sports show, local teams beat the Frost to stay top of the leagues in football and squash, with our rugby and hockey teams moving up the tables. Post-match interviews from Altrincham's win over Soihull, Sale Rugby's 9th win on the trot, and reports from squash and hockey. Plus, information on a new book, The Man from Uraguay, and what's it like to play for the Barbars. That's coming up in the next 30 minutes. If you have a sport report for the show, here is the way you can contact the show.
Contact the show by email altyandsalesport@gmail.com, Twitter @altysport, Facebook Alty Sale Sport, telephone 07973 678 425.
Rugby Report.
We start off this week's show and report from rugby. Sale season continues to rise, registering their 9th win on the run, 21 points to 16 at top of the table Rossendale on Saturday. A confident Sale team just keep on winning. This win keeps Sale in 3rd place in the National North League table, but they're now on 46 points, only 4 points behind 2nd place Huddersfield and 7 behind leaders Rossendale. Sale went ahead on 4 minutes with Liam McGovern penalty. Stephen Nutt bringing the scores level at 3-3 for Rossendale after 9 minutes. A Sale try and Liam McGovern conversion put Sale 10 points to 3 in the lead after 29 minutes. Sale increased the lead with a John McDonald try and a Liam McGovern conversion put Sale 17 points to 3 in front after 38 minutes. A Dan Collins penalty try and a Stephen Nutt conversion though brought scores back to 17 points to 10 for Sale early in the second half. Liam McGovern penalty gave Sale a bit of breathing space on 48 minutes before Rossendale scored another try and conversion to take the scores to 2 points, 18 points to 20, with 30 minutes to go. Sale's Liam McGovern scored 2 late penalties to give Sale an 8-point lead with 12 minutes to go, and despite Rossendale's attempt to get a try, only a Stephen Nutt penalty altered the score, leaving Sale with a 5-point win, 26 points to 21. Sale now take on Bradford and Bingley at Hayward Road next Saturday. They're hoping to make it 10 wins on the trot. Sale inside forward Chris Mayor was selected to play for the Barbars last month, and I asked him what it was like to play for an exclusive team, and this is what he had to say.
Rugby Report.
Chris Mayor, Sale's inside forward, played for the Barbarians last week against the Combined Services. Chris scored his try in the game, and asked him what it's like to turn out for the Barbarians. This is what Chris had to say.
From yourself, personal point of view, congratulations on your try.
Thank you, yeah.
How was the old day for you?
Oh, it was an amazing experience. The whole Barbars thing is renowned, you know, the reputation and the, you know, the legacy goes, you know, hundreds of years. I'm very proud to be only one of 3 players who've worn the Sale FC, you know, socks for the Barbars. Yeah, really good day, really good experience. The game was good. I mean, it'd be better if we won, but you know, unfortunately, they had some flying Fijian winger who caught the ball in open space and went length of the pitch 3 times. But that's the Barbars way. You throw it about and you play, and luckily, I was managed to sneak over for a nice little try myself.
Now, when you turn up to these matches, did you just say, right, get your shirt on and play what you want, or do you have like some kind of game plan?
Yeah, I mean, we met up sort of 4:30 on the Monday, the night before the game. You have a bit of a training session, you run through some moves, who's got any ideas, you go in with a sort of a game plan. You know, you don't just play stupid rugby, but it is very much, you know, let's go and try things, boys, let's play some decent rugby. You know, you have a few moves you stick to, and then the rest is up to you, and that's why it's always exciting rugby when it's at Barbars, because both teams play that way, and then if there is a spill ball, generally it's that open, whoever catches it goes full length, and that's unfortunately what happened with the flying winger who had hat-trick, and in the end that's why we ended up losing the game. But yeah, it's a great style rugby to play. You know, all the fans said they loved it, you know, we were watching the stuff, it was end-to-end stuff. I think I lost my lungs at one point on the pitch. I was so like I couldn't even breathe, but like I said, that's the way they play, that's the vibe.
What did you take away from that?
Took away, once again, I mean, done a bit in my career anyway, but it was another experience which I hadn't done before. You know, it was about although you're told you can go and do, play how you want, you still need to keep that level head. You need to not be stupid, and it was about some, mental toughness for me, because rugby's rugby no matter who you're playing against. You've still got to tackle big men. You've got to, you've got to run. You've got to score tries. You've got to do the basics well. So it was about keeping that mental toughness and keeping, in the structure to a certain degree when it is all over, and the play is going all over the place. But yeah, so I'd say it was another mental challenge for me.
Big thank you there to Chris for talking to us, telling us about what it's like to play for Barbars. Right then, how did other rugby teams fare from the area this weekend? Well, Altrincham and Kersal recorded their 8th straight defeat in the Northern Division North 1, losing at home to Birkenhead Park 20 points to 0 to leave Kersal second bottom of the table on 15 points. Ashton on Mersey's team lost away 36 points to 17 at New Brighton in the South Lancs and Cheshire One League. Better news Old Trafford MV, who came away with an important 23 points to 20 win at Garstang to keep them in second place in the Northern Division North Lancs 1, only 2 points behind leaders Sale, who they meet next Saturday. Next on the Alty and Sale Sports Show, how did Altrincham fare in their Skill North Conference match against Soihull? Find out next.
Looking for a local friendly restaurant for your meal this Christmas? The Little Italy in Timperley has menus to suit all budgets, ideal for your group or small office Christmas party. Weekly specials and a Christmas menu are now available. All meals are homemade and we are now open lunchtimes. Our early bird menu includes a starter, main course, dessert and a glass of wine for $17.95. Available Monday to Thursday 6 till 8, Friday 6 till 7 and Sunday 5 to 7 p.m. Sunday traditional roast beef dinner is also available 12 to 2 at $6.95. We're now taking New Year's Eve bookings, 4 courses and a glass of champagne for only $39.95. To book a table for your night out, call 0161 980 5987. Happy Christmas from everyone at the Little Italy. Would you like to decrease your golf handicap? The ideal Christmas present for all golfers, from beginners to experienced, with Northenden Golf Club head professional Alex Matteson. Golf lesson packages, the ideal Christmas present. Available now. Telephone Alex on 0161 945 3386 or visit the Northenden Golf Club website at www.northendengolfclub.com. Golf lessons with Alex, the perfect Christmas present.
Are you tired, stressed, can't sleep, overworked, depressed, suffer with high blood pressure or cholesterol? Energetics Magnetic Jewellery offers jewellery that can help the blood flow, therefore help to boost your immune system. It helps protect and can relieve pain and benefit those with ill health. It can also speed the healing process of fractures, broken bones and aching joints and muscles. Still interested? Offers now on. Buy one, get one half price. Text now 07950 031 359 or visit our website www.marysmagnets.co.uk.
Having a party? Why not hold your celebration at Timperley Sports Club? Having a birthday, wedding or anniversary? We can cater for up to 100 guests with a late bar by agreement. Our function room is available for corporate, business presentations and sports days. Included is the use of our sports outfield and floodlit five-a-side pitches. Contact Simon or Jane at Timperley Sports Club on 0161 980 4397. Celebrate your party at Timperley Sports Club.
Contact us to advertise your business here on this podcast.
To get your advert produced and broadcast on the weekly show, starting rates from as little as £25 a week. Contact Kevin on 079 736 78425.
Contact the show by email altyandsalesport@gmail.com, Twitter @altysport, Facebook Alty Sale Sport. Telephone 07973 678 425. You're listening to the Alty and Sale Sports Show.
Football Report.
Hello, my name is Kyle Perry. Next up is the Altrincham Football Club Report.
Altrincham Football Club We've turned back to the top of the Skrill Conference North table with an hard-fought 1-0 win over Soihull Motors at the J. Davison Stadium on Saturday. A James Walshaw penalty after 16 minutes, proving just enough to take the 3 points. A match saw little chances for both teams, with both defences controlling the match. In the first corner, coming up on 42 minutes. A first half penalty saw Altrincham go in front, and a Beswick shot gone over the bar for Soihull was all that mattered in the first half. The second half saw Walshaw replaced by Perry for Altrincham, who then twice set it down for Richmond to shoot over the bar just inside the penalty area, and a knockdown for Reeves to shoot over, and 80 minutes was the total amount of chance in the second half. After the match, Altrincham manager Lee Sinnott gave his view on the match.
I thought it was a very tight affair. I'll be totally honest with you. I think Marcus has a very good case for feeling a little bit aggrieved that he didn't take away a point, because we found it a bit of a struggle today. I don't think it was a bit of a hangover from the two Colwyn Bay games, but we looked a bit leggy. We've given the ball away today probably more than we have done all season. And a culmination of games as well, for that matter. And it was a case really of dragging ourselves over the line. I mean, we started off with one formation, and then we've gone to another, and then to another, just to see us over the line. And when you're changing your formation 3 times, it shows that. If we're totally honest, we would say we weren't the team in the ascendancy. I thought Soihull were. So we'll take the win. Of course we will. We've had a chat about it, and we move on to the next game. Obviously,
Most of your players now, your squad, come back from injuries now, so it's looking quite good going into December.
Yeah. I mean, when you operate from a small squad, as people do in this division, you're always wary of injuries or suspensions and stuff like that. So we've welcomed. We seem to. 3 weeks ago we had a glut of people out with the virus, which people do, everybody does during the season. I'm not saying we're an exception. And then we had a bit of a glut of twisted ankles. So we've cleared them, and obviously we need everybody fit and firing, because it does become a busy campaign going into Christmas and over the New Year period.
This year you're at the top of the league from the word go. Have you done anything different?
Have I what, sorry?
Done anything different?
No, I'm a believer in that. Things take time to assemble, to gain momentum, and if you're talking about the previous 2 seasons, we've made progress year on year, and culminated in last season. We were in the playoff positions, and this year we've started better than we did the previous season. So we're building in the right way, and it's just getting the message over to the players. I mean, I had a really good talk with them after the game. Let's be honest, it wasn't our day today. I mean, like I said before, we were loose in possession in the midfield third. I think the back 4 and the goalkeeper got us that result today, without a shadow of a doubt. But we were loose in possession in the midfield third, so it kept on breaking down, it kept on coming back at us, and hence we had to change the system, not just once, but twice. And like I said, it's dragging yourself over that line. And sorry, I forgot the question, but what was it, Kev?
It was just, have you done anything different this year than last year?
What is nice this year is that they're etching out these 1-0 wins. They're etching out these. I'm not going to sit here, Kev, and say we deserve to win that game, because everybody who watched it would say, "Don't be an idiot." Of course you didn't. So no, we didn't, but we did. So we've done something right. We've done something right out of possession. But while in possession, we've put ourselves under the pressure by giving the ball away. If you can clear up what I've just said, we kept on asking ourselves the questions, because we give the ball away cheaply, and thankfully the back 4 and Stu, the keeper, stood firm to that. Because if you look at the amount of balls that have come into our box from Soihull, especially in the second half, I bet you're not far off a dozen, if not more. Corners and crosses combined. So we got over the line. We keep ourselves up there or up thereabouts, but we can play a lot better than that. I know that, and the players know that. But it's important to point things out to them, that when things aren't going your way in a game, then it's about game management. And I wouldn't say we're an old squad, but we're not a very ultra young squad, but we're still learning, our players. And there's just a couple of instances in the game where you need a wise head, and just to say, right, we'll just see this out. Because I thought our decision making And our passing, like I said, kept on breaking down in the final third. And for me, the most important times in games as well is always straight at the beginning, always just before half time, after half time, and obviously near the end of the game. And if you switch off then and you put yourself under undue pressure, that's when, not saying it would happen all the time, but you can really creak. Hence